advocating for the interest and issues of the student, we will use our position as Gpsa and our my position as the president to advocate for reforms and policies that will help alleviate the stress and the challenges that the sectors are facing. That notwithstanding, the various policies we have with regard to scholarship assistance to welfare and then to even support for our colleague students in times of challenges and we cut across some fair sit here, and I believe that sit here to be able to benefit from such a policy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yes, we all are very aware that pharmacy school is very stressful. Yes, me personally, I have some sit here friends. My roommate is even sit here. She really goes through a lot. So based on my policy, I mentioned the operation volume. The operation volume is not just for first years and second years. It's for everyone. So the operation volume has to do with not 360, which is world counseling, which has to do with mental health counseling, emotional support. So it's more seminars and more education on how to take care of your mental health in this individual. So we are going to introduce this policy just to make sure that everyone is aware of how to take care of themselves, know how to balance their work life with their own personal life, and know how to move on in their life with their pharmacy business. Yeah, so basically, based on my education, it's going to help them with this one. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So our next question. Do you think that pharmacy students are well prepared for the new world? If not, how will we bridge any gap?
Thank you very much. As a call of our mission for this, hello. As a call for our mission for this, we aim at the holistic development of our students, not only academic but our professional. It is the pivot of our 7-star pharmacy policies, which is group 1, the alumni connect. The pharmaceutical scope of Ghana is led by product from Gpsa as a career pharmacist. As a deliberate policy proposition, we are going to have alumnus of our association come back and then nurture and mentor members of our association for the role. That notwithstanding, there is a proposition for the committee's boot camp. This committee's boot camp is aimed at training and equipping members of the various committees. For example, the media committee with employable skills long after which we completed pharmacy school, they can gain a meaningful income. It doesn't end there. Our proposition for the application school, where we have a 1-week skill training seminar on employable skills like data analytics, yogurt making, fashion, and so many others, will give our people employable skills which would never be taught in any university classroom, let alone the pharmacy classroom.
Okay, thank you. So this issue can be solved in 2 of my policies that I've already mentioned. Yes, and that is the farm edge policy and the global gateway, policy. So pharmacy school is basically learning everything about pharmacy, the chemistry, the biology, anatomy. Yes, we learn all of this, but we don't really learn the soft skills that we need for life. Right? Am I right in one? We don't always get those soft skills unless we go outside somewhere for maybe a seminar or something. So we want to make this more easy for everyone. We want to actually train every pharmacy student to be that balanced. Therefore, we are bringing the farm edge. The farm edge is to add an edge to every pharmacy student. We are shaping every pharmacy student. That go after pharmacy school. So we are going to organize our seminars, advise our people to speak to them, how to go through the entire process, visa, application, everything. Just to make sure that you don't suffer when you do pharmacy school, but we just want to equip everybody else. Yes, so that's my answer to that question.
strong case for favorable students payment policy, and I believe that there is one policy the school is implementing that is affecting students adversely, and I believe that through advocacy via the right channels, we get to be not these challenges. Thank you very much.
Please, the boys at the back. Thank you.
Advocacy often involves law negotiations with faculty leadership. How do you intend to approach this agreement with diplomacy but firmly? Advocacy often involves law negotiations with faculty leadership. How would you intend to approach this agreement with diplomacy but firmly?
Okay, with advocacy has to do with reaching out to people for help. Yes. With advocacy, we can't really force anyone to actually do anything. But there are people who are really ready to actually help out. So such people will actually have to target. The people who already have started helping people out in that specific area that's on board. So advocacy is just about just maybe going to them, talking to them, negotiating with them in order to achieve help from them. We're not just going to tell them, oh, we want this, or create a riot or something. But we have to do it in a very good manner, a very good way, speak to them very well. And even with that, the more open answer to action, then they help them out to us. So that's my way of going through with advocacy. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. If I had the question correctly, the question had to do with long negotiations with the end of advocating for students. for your personal use, yes, it is good. And ChatGPT will be my policy because ChatGPT is good for me. But when you are looking at an association of 1,500 people, I'm stating on authority that none of these platforms are free of charge for people to use overall. You can use it individually, I can use it individually. And then how does it become a Gpsa policy when not more than 10 people can collaborate? And then, like I'm saying, I'm not challenging your I'm not challenging your research. And if you take an example of some collaborating platforms is coming, you can do more you want. But there is a limit to which you can access it for free. And the highest it can go is 250. Challenges like this are bound to happen. It's happening.
think that one is very understandable. It happens. So he's the keyboard speaker, but we have other speakers to them. So it means that the next person in charge or the next person under him will actually be a new keyboard speaker, right? Yeah, so I'll just inform the general public about what's happening. Because everyone actually has to understand that. Because it's an unforeseen circumstance and we are all human and you cannot change that situation to happen. But the next speaker will be the one to be our keynote speaker. Thank you.
One very fun thing about the practical session around every year, or since last year when we started, is that these are things that have happened before, and so we try to get your perspective on it as well as upcoming precedents. Alright. So we're going to the cross-examination round. In this round, you have 2 minutes to start from the genre now. You have 2 minutes to ask Master Albert any question, any rebuttal, any punishment to his policies, anything at all you want to ask him within 2 minutes, and he will have 3 minutes to respond to whatever you ask him. On the converse side, Master Albert will have the opportunity to ask Miss Joanna any question. All your questions should be stated within the 2 minutes, and you also have 3 minutes. She also have 3 minutes to respond. Is that understandable? So all your questions that you have, all the questions you put down for you have 2 minutes to ask them. So you can do question, one question. If you can ask 100 questions in the 2 minutes, you ask that the person to respond has 3 minutes to respond. Is that understandable? That's understandable. So we start from you.
Those are the things that we are using the women in leadership summit to address. candidates so that can benefit as well as like yourself. The next thing and I'm introducing the Gpsa initiated, run and operated by whom Gpsa KNUST students, which we have an academic board. You would say that we have lectures, so why then we have an academic board? It is a misplaced comparison. The next thing to speak about is why haven't we policy for Gpsa would have instituted chat Gpsa and all of that. I want to make the emphatic statement here and want you all to check what the maximum number of people notion in its premium service can be. And then ask each other, that number is 250 out there, and we are 1,500 plus. Is this a policy that benefits us? Is it a policy that is relevant? Is it a policy that is relevant? Thank you very much.
Okay, so thank you so much. Yes, first of all, I would like to say, yes, I do acknowledge your breakdown as we are reform. Yeah, I'm not actually against doing with so no need to make me shout at it.
e-school. The Gpsa e-school is a virtual platform. The Gpsa e-school is not Khan Academy. We are going to migrate all our academic resources, tutorial videos. We are going to migrate questions. Our opponent said that it is good. It is the same as the Gpsa chatbot. What makes the Gpsa e-school different is that you have quizzes on the platform that you can solve, and you get your answers immediately. You get your answers immediately after the quiz. It provides you the chance to track your progress as a student. Notion does not provide the chance to track your progress as a student. So clearly, Notion is not the Notion policy that we have is not the realistic policy. She talked about the video tutorials. As clearly stated in the CV of some of the candidates, it was stated that they are academic board members. And as an academic board member, you should be aware that we have video tutorials already existing. And the current administration is working on making video tutorials, of which I'm part of the team. When we come into administration, we are going to continue this, as well as Gpsa has a very strong maintenance culture. For years, we've been able to maintain some of the policies that have been implemented by some of the past administrations. I also want to apologize for my candidates allegedly shouting. These are situations that happen in real life advocacy. When you are sitting as a president and you are advocating for the students, you have to talk with boldness. You have to talk
presidential candidates. If Gpsa were a building, what would your administration build into it? We can now ask the microphone.
That will help convey things out into the
ask them, sorry. Ask this question. 10 seconds max.
Alright, so my question is to Ms. Joanna. And one of your thinking will be, you said you nominated for and right? So if my calculations are right, it means that contract is entering the location, right? In every administration, the most important part is the first part of the administration. And the first part of the administration, you are not going to be here on campus. Everyone will find out titles, supplementary exam, all those things, and you don't have a president around.
5 seconds.
It doesn't seem right to be
Thank you.
Okay, for that one, yes, I had an invitation to attend the conference at Dubai, but I'm not stating that I will follow you. I'm not saying that. Yes, and actually, the fact is that that's not the only conference that I was invited to attend. Apart from that, I was invited to attend 5 different conferences. I just mentioned Dubai. The other one is somewhere in October, when at time the president goes to the graduation. So I would rather know when all my duties are done and I'm actually having my vacation. That's when I do. And it's not just Dubai, to let you guys know. It's like 5 actually. So this next question.
If you don't win the election, what are you going to do?
I think last year when you asked that question, was that a personal question. This year you asked that question, it's a question you can respond to on authority. Right after my debate, I came in, showed my gratitude to you. And then I've been in the association present for every capacity I have. I serve you as a social media head in the media committee. So, with irrespective of results, ASK remains a committed and engaged servant to the people of Gpsa campus. And then there's a record to show for it. It's not just a political point.
So for that question, I'll still continue to do what I already do here in GPA University. On my own space, I help some students out, I help some friends out with some of the issues they are going through. So I will just be one, I'm already doing it, so I'll just continue with that.
My question goes to ASK. You made mention that when you to go for different positions aside Gpsa. So my question is, are you willing to go for different positions in ESA or SFC or different positions aside Gpsa? And if yes, why not this year?
My decision to serve Gpsa this year when I ran for a year and a half office. Looking at my experience, looking at my competence and my impact, and a lot of conversations have come out. But I do not regret dedicating 4 years of my life in service to Gpsa campus. I believe that I'm versatile and talented. I can serve it. Many of these roles you are mentioning, but as it stands, my focus is to finish the business I started with the people of Gpsa campus, and that's my focus. Thank you very much.
What about your
ones will be a clear signal to show that these ones have been used appropriately. And I think that's where the Senate and other checks and balances come in. Thank you very much.
When you